Hi guys, welcome back. So this is the third video of the Golang and React full stack discussion board project series. In the first video, we just saw the demo. Second video, we created our outline of the project architecture, and then we started writing our main.go file. So we achieved quite a bit in the second video. And now in the third video, we'll start writing some more code. So let's get started and let's go back to our VS Code. So back in our VS Code, what we'll do now is we'll actually start creating a couple of files in the API folder that we need. So we need the api.go file. Then we'll need the join_create.go file. Now I showed you the demo in the first video, and you saw that the user has to join the board to be able to write a new topic or to comment on the ongoing topics. So that's what join.create will do. And then we'll have join show.go, and then we'll have a message create, or before that actually let's have the topic create.go function. Then let's have the topic list.go. Then we'll have topic new and topic show, topic new.go and topic show.go. And then let's have a message create, which basically a message created on a topic. All right, so we have all the files related to our user joining the discussion board, discussion forum, creating new topics, seeing the list of all the topics, all right, and then writing a message on a topic. So we have all those files now. I'll just cancel them out from here. So we've written our complete main.go file, right? Now we'll have to start writing the files that we are basically including in our main.go file. So for example, we have this function called request logger. It's in middleware. So we already have a file called request logger in our middleware. And what we'll do is we'll start creating this file now. So we'll say package middleware, and we'll import a few packages, and the function that we have to create is called request logger. As you can see in your main.go file, middleware.requestlogger. Request logger needs to be the name of the function, right? Then we'll say http.handler. So we'll receive something called next, which will be of type http.handler, and then we'll return a HTTP handler from here as well. So this is like a standard middleware. So let's say if you're from a JavaScript or Node.js background, the way you create a logger middleware using Express, it's very, very similar here. So we'll say return http.handle func. So middleware is basically going to be injected in every single API call that happens. It will always go through a middleware, all right? And we're basically creating a middleware for logging, and the things that we'll be logging out will be the method that's being used right now. So let's say if you use the get or the post or the put or whatever method that you use to access the backend API, and the actual path of the API. So those are the two things that we want to log out to our console every single time. And mostly I use some package or something for logging, but I thought it'll be just nice to show you what a basic logger looks like. So here we'll have a func, and the func will say whttp.response writer, which is standard, as in a function like this will always have a response and a request. So you'll take the response in W and the request in R, and which will be a pointer because you want a pointer to the request that the user has sent you. Okay, and then you're going to log printf. So we want to basically print out, like I said, the method. So we'll say request.method, html.escape string r.url.path, here %s and %q next dot serve http w comma r. All right, so all we're doing is we're just printing out the method in the request and the URL path of the API being called. That's about it. So now let's see what else. Yeah, so what we can do is we can go to our web folder. We can go to the views folder. We can create a couple of files. The views folder format is going to be very similar to the other series that is going on my channel right now, which is for video calling and video streaming project with Golang and React frontend. So that means we'll have a footer. So we'll say, so this time we won't create a separate folder for partials. We'll just say footer.partials.go.html, and we'll say head.partial.go.html. So in that series, I've explained to you why I do this. It's basically you can divide a page into its components. Like let's say if the footer is always going to the same, the head is always going to the same, headers will almost always be the same. So what we can do is we'll almost like creating templates out of them, almost like a React component, and then you can bring out these components together to create a page instead of writing them again and again every single time. So that's why we do it. All right, and then we'll have a header partials.go.html, and to show that join page we'll have another so here it was not partials, it was just partial. Here as well. Join page will be like this, and then we'll have a list page which will show the list. So it'll be like list.partial.go.html, and then to create a new topic we'll have a new page, so we'll call it new topic.go.html. And for errors, let's keep one page for errors, so we'll say error.partial.go.html. all right, so these views, we'll have a couple more as well, but for now I think this is good enough. What we can do is we can just write the head actually very quickly. So we'll say here define head, we're defining the head, and we'll just put a head tag. So this head tag is basically going to be injected into all of the pages. We don't have to write it again and again, and we'll say end here. So this is very similar, basically the syntax is also very similar to if you've used handlebars in Node.js, so it's very, very similar, right? There's absolutely almost like no difference. So here we'll say title. So what we're doing here is basically server-side rendering. In case you didn't know, what we're doing is we're taking all these static HTML files and we're creating templates, and this is called as static side rendering or server-side rendering, sorry, which with Node.js you do it using handlebars, and with here you're just doing it like the way I'm showing it to you. And the benefit that you get with server-side rendering is these websites are super, super fast. I mean, with a regular website, you can't even you can't even compare with other tools and other types of websites. And basically the whole world used to be server-side rendering, and then came React and Vue and Angular, but now everybody's again moving to server-side rendering using Next.js and all that. So I'll have tutorials on Next.js, and as you know, I already have tutorials on using React in the front end. So here we'll say name viewport content is equal to width device width comma initial scale is equal to 1.0. Then we have a link, style sheet href /static styles.css, then link rel is equal to shortcut icon, and then we'll create our own favicon.ico. All right. So we're getting somewhere, I think, with all our HTML files and with our backend as well. Now what we can do is we can actually work on the templates file. So let's say package templates. I'm going to import a couple of things here. It could be HTML/template log func generate templates, accepts a couple of parameters, it returns something, and then it has a function definition. All right, so it's going to, I know what it's going to return, at least it's template error. All right, so this is like the skeleton of this function here, that and similarly I think what we'll do is we'll start creating the skeleton of all the other functions, and then we'll start bringing everything together. So right now, for now, what we have is we have our main.go file, we have we have some of we have an idea of what we'll have in our HTML files, we have an outline of our templates function, and then we have our request logger file. Right, so what I'll do is I'll keep this video short and I'll try and end the project, the video here. In the next video, we'll pick up from where we are leaving off right now. If you have not subscribed to the channel, then do subscribe so that you come to know when the next video of this series comes out. And also there are so many more series going on my channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next episode.